Good Friday morning, everybody. Let's go up to the Big Blue store. I'm getting a lot later start than what I wanted, but that's all right. It's good to sit around and drink coffee and watch YouTube early in the morning sometimes. All right, I'm going to pick up just a few more supplies this morning for the boat, and then I'm going to start digging through the rest of my stockpiles and stuff and see what I have. Today I want to get the hatches, I'll get the snaps put on and get them secured down, because anytime you use wood, and even though the last couple of days we've had low humidity here, almost needed a heavy shirt this morning. It was in the very low 60s. The air's really dry, feels good, but when that humidity cranks up, those wooden doors are going to start to move. So I want to get those secured down so they'll stay straight, they won't warp. And we'll see what else I can get done today on it. But taking advantage of this dry air, even though it's going to get up in the 80s, maybe 90, without the humidity, it's not so bad. So when we get back to the shop, I will show you how we're going to do all that stuff. Just some observations going through town here. Town's awful full today, I guess because it's Friday. Right back there, there's a little girl. I say little girl, look like a teenager, trying to cross the road in the middle of the highway. Almost stepped out in front of a car. Got a cell phone in her hand, eyes glued to it. Yeah, is there a solution to the cell phone problem, especially with these young kids? I don't know. I'm asking. The world gets stupider and stupider every day. Yeah, I got a camera running, talking in the truck, but I'm watching the road. I ain't looking at the screen on the cell phone. The cell phone sitting next to me turned off until I get up here and get stopped. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. We'll be at the store here in a little bit. Folks, I've been coming to this store since they opened. I don't know how many years ago. It's always clean. It's always well stocked. People are always nice. But I have never seen the amount of stuff in the store. I asked one of the guys that cut my carpet for me, I said, did y'all get your summer shipment in or something? And everything that had been back ordered from what he told me finally came in. Let's go this way. Look at this lawnmower parking lot. If you can't find the lawnmower that you want at this place, you're hard to please. Because they've got more up front just everywhere. It's just a pleasure to see you walk in the store, and if you want something, it is in there, I guarantee you. They're almost through with these two little restaurants over here. They are packing this place full. And this is Lowe's in Pea Ridge, Florida, in between Milton and Pace. People in Pace want to call it Pace, but it's not. It's Pea Ridge. Used to be several big farms right through here in days gone past. And let me go and see. I hope that Ford don't run into me. Hate to dirty up my truck. Oh, that ain't a Ford. Excuse me. Alright, we're going home the back way, and we'll be at the shop shortly. And I'll quit going on just rambling. See what happens when I ride by myself? I got out of the house before Mama saw me this morning, so I'm loose. Alright, back in the shop. Now, this is some webbing material that I have. I've got 6 pieces cut to length. I put 3 snaps on each side. When you cut this stuff, you take something and melt the edges down. That'll keep it from raveling. Now I was going to fold it, epoxy it, excuse me, and all that stuff, but I don't think it's necessary. It'd be easier to replace if I ever have to replace it doing it this way. Okay, so we don't want the edges to ravel. Doggone it. Now these snaps are, I think they'll be big enough. These are the kind that you screw in. You screw the base in, and then you have to put the other side on. So what I'll do, I'll measure out where I want the holes, and I'll punch each hole. How'd that one get longer? Punch each hole. Two of them longer. Well, I'll recut them. That's what I get for eyeballing something instead of measuring it with a rule. Okay, anyway, when I get the holes punched and start setting them and putting them on the lids, I'll show you that here just a little bit. Alright, let me show you how I'm going to put these snaps on here. Got a couple done. And this is the little set tool that come with it. There's a little anchor thing that comes with it to flatten it, but being as I have fancy tools, I have a better one. Just longer, same thing. Alright, you run your snap in like that. I know a lot of y'all do this and know how to do it, but somebody might not. So, get my big old hands out of the way. You run it through like that, put your set tool on there. And that's going to brad that out, flatten it out. Just like you would do on leather or anything else. Now when I determine where I want it in the boat, that one will go through there and that'll screw into the side. Now I hope these screws are long enough. Not sure, I hope they are. If they're not, I got a different plan. It goes pretty quickly. Unless you throw them on the floor like that. I was fixing saying it's lost forever, but I got that there. That there. Don't have to pound on it like you're breaking blocks or nothing. Just tap it on there like that. Alright, next step, we'll go out to the boat and put some of these on. I got two more to go. Alright, let me show you how I'm going to attach these covers. The only thing I'm concerned with, I'm not sure if these are going to be long enough. But like I said, I have a plan. If they're not, I can do something else. Now I'm going to put 3 on each side, like I mentioned. Put one about here. Now I've got some these countersinking screws and some pan heads. I think my best bet's going to be the pan head. Take it right to the edge of that. Yeah, I know my hand's in the way. Yeah, I think the pan head's going to be the thing. That, and then in here, hang on, let me shorten up this tripod and see if we can set it in there. Got the big tripod out because the little one is, hey. Y'all didn't know I was an expert cameraman, did you? I caught up with my TBN last night, me and Mama. There we go. Now we go. There we go. We watched a Alone show. It's pretty good. I tell you what, I surely wouldn't try that. And it's easy to sit in your recliner and say, well, I would have done this and I would have done that. But pretty cool. I don't know what made me think of that. Alright, let me see. Let's move the camera over here because my hands keep getting in the way. Like I said, some people, y'all know what this is all about. Self-explanatory. Slow it down some. But I always get questions about stuff like this. So this one will go. Now we don't want it too awful tight, because as this stuff gets wet and a little age to it and all that, it'll tighten up on its own, shrink up. As long as it'll snap, that'll work. There we go, just like that. That's what I want. Now the main purpose of securing your hatches, like I mentioned earlier, so they'll stay straight, they won't warp. Mainly going down the highway, they won't flop up and down and your stuff blow out. And stuff is expensive, we all know that. Fishing gear, and during hunting season, shotguns and rifles and all that kind of stuff. Yes, you can hunt out of a boat here. I hadn't done it in years, but guess what's going to happen this year? Okay, I just want to even them up so they look presentable. Now this is the tedious part of this, but it will all be worth it in the end. There. Now these are going straight into the aluminum side here. If the screws are any longer, I would have to put a little piece of wood backer behind them. But I think these are gonna, because once you get out fishing and open the box up and get your stuff out and all that, it pretty much stays. You just leave them undone. What we got going on there? That made a funny sound, didn't it? Oh, that seems to be alright. And two of these can be replaced very easily. One breaks or if they get rusty. Now I'm sure you can get these in stainless steel, but if you do, I'm quite sure they would cost a lot. These 6 in the package for $5, so that's expensive enough. And we'll put one more right up here. Let's see. Maybe it's overkill, I don't know. Something right there. Now this little drill here, the one, my Harbor Freight one, driver, when I got it, I mentioned maybe I wouldn't get it if I was a carpenter or something, but this thing has turned out to be good. I didn't realize that here, that's a torque setting there. You can lock it like that, and it'll twist the screw off if you ain't careful with it. So it's turning out to be a little bit better tool than I thought it was. For $20, you know. Well, less than that if you take the coupons and all they give you. Well, I'm gonna be all thumbs now. Anyway, you get the idea. This will be the third one here. Across here, I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, just like I did here. Then we will move on to the console or the cockpit. I got the black carpet for that. I got my new carpet for the front end. And that's actually where it's going to sit, right there. Seems to me like it was back farther, but it wasn't. That'll give me room for my cooler right there. And this compartment will give me room for my little snack box, first aid kit, some tackle, that kind of stuff. And of course my survival kit. And we'll talk a lot more about that as we get on. And when I get this glued on there, and I'll set it back in there and I'll show you. I'm not going to secure it just yet because I've got to run my controls and wires and all that in there. We are getting closer than we were yesterday. Alright y'all, I got started late today, but I recovered nicely, I think. Now, after careful consideration and measuring and all this, I decided to go ahead and use the wood that I already had cut. Because treated plywood is expensive. I looked at it this morning and I could not afford to get another piece. But that's okay. This worked out fine. It's not secured down just yet. I'll wait till the very end to do all that. The cockpit, console, whatever you want to call it, I got the carpet on it, and that's approximately where it goes. I won't fasten that down permanent until I get the controls in and the wiring in, and that's just a matter of a few screws. So I'm pleased with what I got done today. Now this front control panel here that I showed y'all before, Ricky Jr. has it, and he's gonna 3D print me a plate for it, and maybe even put Wallace Knife Works on it, something like that. And I'm just like anybody else that orders anything from him. You gotta wait, because he has so much work, the 3D printing stuff, and that's not counting the regular job that he does, and he works, 8-10 hours a day, whatever it is. And most school teachers and county employees that work for the school board get the summer off. My youngest son, Joseph, he gets the summer off. Teachers get the summer off. But Ricky does it because he's the second man at the computer department. And summertime is when they can really get in there and do their work without nobody bothering them and all this. So I talked to him yesterday, and he's going to work on it very, very, very soon. And we'll get all this in, and once that gets in, then we'll build a hatch for here. I'll build the live well covers. I've decided not to put a piece of wood in here, because the boat was built without that. I'm just going to cover this with carpet to make it look good, and then put the pedestals back down. Same with the back. The back is actually very much stronger than the front. So there we go. And I have a plan to close up this hole here. We'll see that in a few days. I've used this technique on the old boat. And so we're coming right along. I'm about ready to start running wire. I want to do that today, but I run out of steam. I can't do it all today. Now the old boat, there she is over there covered up, still ready to go. I think maybe one day next week or the week after, I'm going to take it out, run it some, because I haven't been running in a while, and I just make sure the engine is in good shape and all that, because for some reason this Mercury 50, for some reason it won't run. I can put that, this is a 25 Johnson on the old boat that I've had for years and years and years. Very good motor, very reliable. I can put that on here if I need to. Now, will it go fast? Probably not. Do I care? Probably not. Not a speed demon. I want to go where I'm going to go, fish, and get back home. That's all. But I'm pretty sure the old Mercury, I'm pretty sure it's going to go fine. I may have to do some work on it, but we'll see. Before I even hang the motor, I want to get the basic wiring done, get everything in. And that's it for today. I'm really pleased how it turns out, how it's turning out. I'm distracted. My son-in-law's over there cutting grass on my lawnmower. But that's all right too. Alright, y'all. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm taking off tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything. All the kids are coming over. All the grandkids are coming over. And they're going to do my Father's Day, whatever it is they're doing. They won't tell me nothing, so. And then Sunday they'll go to their in-laws and all this and that and the other. But been a good day. And we are to the point where I need to sell some knives. I hate to try to sell y'all something on every video I do, but I need to sell some knives. I spent the last of the boat fund this morning on this carpet here and a couple other things, but y'all let me know if y'all need something. We can dodge off the boat project and build knives. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And I will see y'all in a few days.